Lockie, this is Floyd. Keep going, mate. You're still in view.
Just come over here, blokes, so you actually see the target clearly.
It's actually quite flat out here once you get past that first couple hundred metres. Copy that. You're pretty much not visible now. We can see your antennas and that's it. So if you can just hold there and face back towards us.
Okay, so at the moment, obviously, you can just see his antennas smooth.
Yep.
Okay, that vehicle's completely concealed. So if the if you were saying turret down, it'd be that, or a thing between that, or just enough so the commander can see over the top. So not the turret itself. So if you're turned out as a commander, you can actually look over the top of the crest.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Lockie, it's the Floyd. If you can come forward slowly to turret down from the observation point, I'll tell you when to stop. Correction, hold down.
So now he's coming forward, and what will happen is he'll push up so the turret is visible, so the gunner can actually observe and fire over the top, but you're not making the hull visible.
Yep.
So just where he's now would be turret down, because the commander can see.
Yep.
You can't really shoot the vehicle.
Lockie, hold there.
That's hull down, okay? So see, all you can see is the turret.
Yep.
Now obviously that's how you want to fight the enemy all the time, is so he can only see your turret, and he has a very small thing to aim for, and it's also the thickest arm on the whole tank.
Yep.
Right, so when you say hold down, you're basically telling the driver to move forward, so he's only visible. Then you leave that to the gunner to sort of say, yep, we're now hold down, hold there.
Yep.
It's probably with a screenshot, and it's got fraps going actually.
Yeah, I've got fraps going.
Just whack that into the screenshot bin, mate, and we'll grab it for later. Step off the road. Jesus
I thought he
Christ, mate.
stopped. I thought he stopped. Come on.
They really need to reduce the turning rate on this thing. It's fucking ridiculous now.
Breakdancing.
Yeah, do it on a dot, bro.
Textbook, Lockie.
Yeah, once you get up there, you actually realise how flat it actually is up there.
Yeah, actually really good. You could just see the tank was slightly skewed to one side, and just you should see this sort of turret just poking over the top. Okay, Lockie, can you just throw some empty T-55s, 4 or 5 of them, just downrange, so some within view of us now, and then some over the rise? Okay, so when talking in the vehicle, and this is a massive pain in the ass for Gunner, because his name's Gunner, but he can live with it, you always prefix anything you say to the crew with crew, or gunner, or driver.
Okay.
So, if you've got to address the whole crew, i.e. you've had to do a quick crew brief to let them know what's about to happen, you'd go crew, and then go crew brief, and then you'd go on from there. That's pretty rare. Generally what you do is go things like driver and gunner. So instruction to the driver would be driver, move north to next tree line, in the low ground, and halt facing west through trees or something like that. And then the driver will basically take that instruction and do it himself, or you might say driver, maintain rear right of lead vehicle or something like that. Instructions to gunner will generally be things like, obviously target indications, but also things like gunner scan front left of hull, or gunner scan north if the vehicle's manoeuvring around. You can also, other prefix you might go as gunner load AP, gunner load HE, gunner load coax. So are you familiar with what those are?
Yep.
Okay, so AP in the AP is always using out whatever your best anti-tank round is. HE is your best explosive round, and coax is always if you've got a coaxial machine gun. That's it.
Yep.
Okay, now this is where it gets a bit hairy with target indications and stuff because I'd rather have Chriso here because I don't want to be teaching two schools of thought. But generally, how it works is you'll go gunner, so along the lines of gunner, AP, 400 meters, reference hull, 1 o'clock, enemy tank moving left to right, and then the gunner immediately moves to identify that target. Once he finds it, he calls on, and the commander goes fire. So the gunner basically waits for permission to fire the main weapon the first time.
Yep.
Okay, the commander can give. I'm trying to think of the specific pro word for it, but effectively it's basically watch and shoot. So you can use that to sort of say, if you're going gunner, scan north, watch and shoot, anything he sees, he'll start engaging. But he has to announce that he's firing, so he calls out firing, and then gives feedback as to what he's actually shooting at and whether it's destroyed or not.
Yep.
Overwatch.
What do you mean, mate?
You tell him to go in a direction and engage at will, so... Correct me if I'm wrong, sorry.
I don't know what you're saying.
Don't worry about it.
You might be performing Overwatch, but effectively at the end of the day, you've just told the gunner, look that way, if anything turns up, blow a hole in it.
Go.
Now the other one is want to avoid, unless it's switching from main gun to coax, because especially the main battle tanks, there's a fair delay in changing rounds. What you want to do is always engage. Remember, the commander needs to remember what round's in the gun. So if it's AP, the first target is always AP, unless it's infantry. And then in that case, you go gunner, coax, troop, or you'll go 300 meters, gunner, 300 meters, coax, 1 o'clock, or reference hull, 1 o'clock, enemy troops, and then he'll go on firing, and then straight away you give a gunner, HE, troops, and then you tell him to go on.
Okay.
So he'll start loading it, switch back to his machine gun, and keep firing. The important thing is the commander maintains the primacy of what ammo is loaded in the main weapon, because the thing is the gunner could I'll just switch to HE to kill his infantry, and then a T-72 rolls over the hill. The AP is not loaded, so you basically caught with your pants down.
Yeah.
That's mainly for tanks. For things like the Lab and the Bradley, where you can switch really quickly between AP and HE, different story. Now, as far as automatic weapons go, with the gunner, the way you want to do that is the gunner will go firing initially. He'll fire a burst, and basically he'll continue to prosecute until the target's destroyed or he's given a new target. Same with the main gun.
Yep.
But generally what you do is if you're continuously engaging, you just sort of continuously engage. If you have a bit of a pause of more than about 2 to 3 seconds, the gunner will call firing again, but the commander doesn't need to tell him to fire. The only thing the gunner would the commander would say if he wants him to not fire anymore is stop, or gunner stop, and that basically means the gunner stops engaging but continues to watch the target unless he's given a new target. Okay, so that's a pretty rough rundown for how it works. If you want, we'll all jump in one tank. I'll get Lockie to jump in the gunner's seat, one of you to jump in the driver, and one of you to jump in the loader seat. We'll just go through the actual talk of how it works.
Yep, I'll jump in the drive.
Right, yeah. We're going to be static, so it's mainly just listening.
Yeah, that's what I need to do.
Driver standby for startup. Wait, startup.
Gunner, 400 meters, reference hull, AP, 11 o'clock, enemy tank in the open.
You might have to use radio, Floyd, it's really quiet.
Okay, probably turn to standby.
Fucking blaring for me.
Yeah.
It's weird that.
Like I can hear you, but it's just very quiet.
Yeah, understood.
Is it because you turned out?
Probably.
Okay, so at this point, once he's identified the target, the gunner calls on. Try turning in, Floyd, and doing it.
That any better?
No.
Is my radio working for you?
Radio's
Yeah, I
fine.
can hear you on radio.
I
Okay,
can hear
I'll
you
just turn.
fine, Floyd.
I'll
Yeah,
turn it and do it
I
on
can hear you
radio.
smooth fine.
It's just it might just be a bug with the position I'm in.
Yeah.
I got all the crew fine.
Yeah, weird.
Lock your radio together. Roger. Okay, you've identified the target. Roger. Okay, so this is where you call on. On. Fire. Gonna re-engage. On. Okay, so in this case, if you're already on the target, you don't lose the target, you call firing every time you fire the main armament. Roger. Okay, so if you lose the target, you go target lost behind crest or something like that. So it's pretty much fucked. Gunner, 700 meters, AP, enemy reference hull, 11 o'clock, enemy T-55 in the open. On. Fire. Nice, shroom call firing. Driver forward slow, up to the point of the first burning T-55. Gunner, 500 meters, reference hull, 10 o'clock, enemy T-34 in the open. On. Gunner left. Gunner scan left, target 10 o'clock in the open T-34. On. Fire. Fire. Re-engage. Fire. Tough motherfucker. That's a tough T-34. Gonna re-engage, then load HE. Firing.
Looks like it went straight through him.
He's smoking. Smack with the HE,
Probably
see what
did.
happens. HE firing.
There we go.
Target destroyed. Driver forward slow. Gunner scan front. Gunner 300 meters. Reference hull 12 o'clock. Enemy T-34. Gunner right.
On.
Fire. Firing. Gunner load AP. Reference previous target right. T-55 in the open. On. Fire. Fire.
You want me to stop? Keep going?
Just keep moving that road. Firing. Driver hold. Firing. Gunner. 100 Hull, 9 o'clock, enemy T-34 in the open. On. Fire. 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 What the fuck's this thing made of?
Fucking hell.
I think the APs go straight through it. Gunner load HE, re-engage.
I think you turned crew to mincemeat by now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's shred the inside there, so explode that one.
HE loaded, fire.
There we go.
Gunner, 100 metres, reference hull, 10 o'clock, enemy T-55 in the open. On. Fire. Fire. That was HE, wasn't it? Yep. So fucked him pretty bad. Alright.
Oh yeah.
Alright. Gunner, traverse front turret lock. Driver prepare to shut down. Wait. Wait. Shut down. Alright, we'll just jump out with a quick talk about where to shoot tanks.
Probably.
Jesus. Just stay away from the burning ones, they might keep exploding.
So where the fuck does my 240 get a thermal weapon sight?
I don't know. Anyway. Shooting tanks. Don't be afraid, you come over here. Borrowed this one's from the museum.
It still works.
Okay. For those of you who know anything about tank armour, obviously the front is most protected, and Smooth Dog, no points for guessing which part of the front is most protected, considering that we usually hold down.
Yep.
So the place you least want to shoot a tank is in the front of the turret, because it's the most heavily armoured part. However, a lot of the time if you smash the thing directly in the mantlet, it'll often disable the gun. But that's not a given. Places you want to hit the tank, I'm not sure how much fidelity Ace's armour thing has, but it's reasonable, is if you look at the front of the hull here, you see how it sort of slopes down and under at the front.
Yep.
You shoot there, because that's usually pretty weakly armoured. Other places are generally the sides of the turret, sides of the hull. I don't know how well hitting the suspension works in this, so I'd usually, something like like most tanks, the Russian tanks, I'd aim for that sweet spot above the tracks but below the turret.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah. And obviously shooting a thing in the arse usually forces it to explode straight away.
And the other spot's right in between the turret hull.
Yeah. The issue you've got is, like I said, I'm not sure how the hitboxes work, so it might consider the whole front of the turret to be, super armour, and the side turrets to be reasonably well armoured, but other parts not to be.
Yeah, that's what I noticed when I was shooting with the AP. I was hitting in that, it's hard to point out, but in that bit right in there.
Oh yeah.
But it tend to disable the tracks, not blow the tank up.
So for reference, effectively, if you find your gunner shooting incorrectly, you can just tell him to gunner adjust on target, target hull or something like that.
Yeah.
If they're repeatedly firing at the wrong position. Right. Okay. Any questions on that?
No, fairly straightforward.
Righty, mate. What we'll do then is we'll get you to jump in the in the commander's spot. I'll get Alt to get in the gunner's seat. I'll jump in the loaders and Lockie can drive.
Alright. Should we start up or wait for Chriso?
Yeah, go to 148. Smooth, I can hardly hear you.
Alright, should we start up or wait for Chriso?
Yep, well, we're good to go. I think Lockie's got targets down, so...
It's your range, effectively, so you just give your orders to the gunner and the driver as appropriate.
Yeah, Roger, I'm just trying to remember how we start up again. Is it driver, wait, start?
Yeah, so basically you give the order to... so I know what you're going to ask, so it'll be driver prepare to start up, wait, start up.
Alright, Roger. Driver prepare to start up, wait, start up.
That sounds good.
Gunner, reference hull, 12 o'clock, 100 meters, AP.
On. Firing.
You want to
Okay.
give nature of ammunition first?
Yeah, just stop there for a tick. Two things. One, the commander needs to give the initial order to engage the target. So as soon as he calls on, the commander calls fire and he engages. The second one is, you want to give, as soon as possible at the start of the fire control order, give nature. So gunner range, so gunner, it's probably about 400 metres. Gunner 400 metres, AP, reference hull, 12 o'clock, enemy BDRM 2AT in the open. So you've identified what the target is, so what he's actually looking for. Now that just comes down to knowing what it is. If you're not quite sure, it's a tank, it's an APC, it's an armoured car.
Roger.
Now the other thing to consider is that's probably a good candidate for HE because it's a soft skin vehicle.
Yeah, sorry, ask for the ammo at the start, is that correct?
Yes, just remember that if you've got an AP loaded, it's best to let the gunner fire that and then give it a subsequent fire control order that he tells him to re-engage the target with HE.
Yeah, Rog. Gunner load AP, reference hull, 12 o'clock, 400 meters.
Remember to give the target type.
Target type BRM.
On.
Fire.
Hit.
Gunner re-engage with HE.
Loading
That's
HE.
good. Yeah, that's good, mate. That's good.
Fire. Oh, wait.
HE up. On.
Fire.
Okay, if the commander has an extant fire order, like he's given gunner re-engage, it's basically gunner re-engage HE, then the gunner just calls HE loaded, and then the commander calls fire. That's cool enough. Okay, he's probably pretty much fucked up, so if you want to move on to the next target.
Gunner load AP. Target 11 o'clock, 400 meters. BDRM.
BMP.
BMP, sorry. 10 o'clock.
AP up. On the way.
Gunner left. Gunner left.
Identified.
Fire.
On the way.
Good, it is smoking. Okay, one thing we will do now is make sure we don't confuse American terminology with our own, i.e. it's AP up, sorry, AP loaded as opposed to AP up, and it's firing as opposed to on the way.
Copy that.
Still beats it's a bastard.
Any call sign, this is Chris O, advise sign at main base, waiting for pick up, over.
Driver
You
forward.
just trucking out here, Lockie.
Driver forward, Q speed. Gunner. Gunner, enemy target. 10 o'clock. Range 400 meters.
Okay, just try
yeah.
try that one again.
Gunner, target. 11 o'clock. Range 300 meters. Tank.
On.
Fire.
Firing.
One thing I forgot to call is when the gunner hits the target, he calls target to indicate he's on target.
Got it. Firing.
Nice hit. Gunner, target. 200 meters. Reference hole, 12 o'clock.
Remember type.
Type tank.
On. Firing.
Okay, I'll make sure that you call on and wait for the commander to issue the fire order.
Check.
Target 100 meters, 2 o'clock. Type tank.
On.
Fire. Driver stop.
Okay, make sure you go with the driver. You order the gunner to stop, i.e. stop firing. You order the driver to halt.
Okay, cool.
We'll just get this stuff down pat now, so it becomes second nature after a while.
Yeah, exactly. Still known to this.
If you like, we can reset the battle run. You can come up again.
Yeah, I'll give it one more shot.
Okay.
Yeah, you can land the ditch Yankee.
Gunner face
Driver
down.
ready.
Just for you, just quickly, I'm just writing this stuff down. So for commander, it's gunner, and then ammo type, bearing, range, and then type of enemy target.
Yeah, I'll let Chriso jump in here if he needs to, but generally what we want to do is go gunner, so tell who you're talking to, give a range so he immediately knows how far whatever you're talking about is away, then give the nature of the ammo, so gunner 400 meters AP, and then reference hull to give an indication where the target is, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, whatever, and then the enemy vehicle, and if any descriptions there, like where it's moving, or say it's on the crest or something like that, you might say enemy tank, turret down, and then you just wait for the gunner to acquire the target. So as soon as you start saying that, he should start spinning on to where you're talking about.
Rog.
Now the other one is you don't necessarily have to go reference hull. You can use degrees if you want to, which might be easier for distant targets, but generally for knife fighting, you just go 1 o'clock and he'll use his turret clock to find it, and then you just go gunner left, gunner right if he's not finding it.
Alright, Rog. Driver, power down. Wait, power down.
Yep, so the correct wall there is shut down. That's alright.
Shut down. Alright, shut down, cool.
Playing
Alright,
Living Legends.
Ult, you ready?
Firm.
Driver, power up. Wait, power up.
Yep, so start up.
Nice. Start up.
That's alright.
Gunner, 200 meters, AP, bearing, reference hull, 12 o'clock, enemy tank.
On.
Fire.
Firing.
So-called target once you've hit it, and target destroyed once it blows up.
Target destroyed.
Gunner, range, 300 meters, AP, 11 o'clock, enemy tank.
On.
Fire.
Firing. Hit.
So target.
Target. Firing. Destroyed.
Driver, move slow. Forward. Gunner, ranged. 400 meters. 10 o'clock. Enemy tank.
On.
Fire.
Firing. Destroyed.
Gunner, range. 400 meters. Bearing 11 o'clock. APC. Gunner left. Gunner left. Right and yep, that's it.
On.
Fire.
Hit.
Driver halt. Gunner, re-engage that last target.
Firing.
Fire.
Hit.
Dead. Gunner range 100 meters. 1 o'clock. Enemy APC.
On.
Fire.
Hit.
Target.
Target.
Gunner re-engage with HE.
HE on the HE. Target.
Target down. Driver slow forward.
Okay, just want to remember, always go gunner range, nature of ammo you want to fire. So he's already looking, he's setting the gun to the correct weapon that you want to fire, and then he starts feeding information where to look.
Gunner range 300 meters AP. Reference to hold 12 o'clock. Enemy tank.
Negative on the AP. 6 rounds of HE left.
Roger that. Gunner re-engage with HE.
1 o'clock was it?
12 o'clock. Now reference to 11 o'clock.
Firm. Firing.
Driver halt. Driver U-turn back to the start of the course.
Feeling better with his move?
Yeah, good reset.
It's all practice.
Yeah, I think direction and then range be better. Which way am I looking? How far am I looking? What am I shooting? When can I shoot?
I think it comes down to roughly like how the fire control system works, that you may need to battle sight before you actually go azimuth.
Driver facing up.
We're probably going to need some more ammo.
Firm.
Driver shut down. Wait, shut down. Let's get out. Yeah,
That was good, mate.
I'm getting the idea. Just I've written down, you know, what has to be said in what order. But yeah. I'm not very good at identifying types of Russian tanks, but I know what's
That's
a tank.
alright.
I know what's
It's
a
not-
tank, I know what's light.
Yeah, usually what will happen is I'll just call tank PC, which a PC would be anything from a BMP to a BTR, and then, I don't know, you'd be like armoured car or soft skin or whatever, or truck.
Yeah.
So it's mainly based on the gunner knows what to roughly look for. He's looking for something with a long barrel, a tank, you know, he's looking for a BMP, he's looking for whatever. If you can identify the target, by all means call it out, but otherwise just go, you know, PC or APC. tank, BMP or whatever, armored car.